the Menendez brothers. Their names are synonymous with a brutal crime that shook America to its core. In 1996, Lyle and Erik Menendez were convicted of the cold-blooded murder of their parents. Their defense? Years of horrific abuse at the hands of their millionaire parents, a claim that shocked many. The jury didn't buy it. They were unconvinced by the brothers' harrowing tales. As a result, they were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The case was a media frenzy, capturing the nation's attention. Cameras followed every twist and turn. The public was deeply divided. Were these young men cold-blooded killers or victims themselves? The verdict seemed final, but opinions remained split. But now, decades later, the case is back in the headlines, reigniting old debates. New evidence has emerged, casting significant doubt on the original verdict and the brothers' guilt. Could these brothers, once symbols of unspeakable violence, actually be victims of a grave injustice? The truth remains elusive. For years, the Menendez brothers have maintained their innocence, claiming they acted in self-defense against their parents' relentless abuse. Their claims of abuse were dismissed by the jury in their original trial, leading to their conviction. However, a recent letter written by Erik Menendez from prison has reignited the debate and brought new attention to their case. In the letter, Erik details horrific abuse he endured, painting a chilling picture of a house of horrors that no child should ever experience. He describes systematic manipulation and terror inflicted by their parents, a cycle of abuse that was both physical and psychological. This is not just a brother protecting his brother, it is a desperate plea for understanding and justice. This is a cry for help from a man who has nothing left to lose, a man who has been stripped of everything. He describes being groomed and abused by his own father, a betrayal that left deep emotional scars. He details his mother's chilling indifference to their suffering, a coldness that compounded their trauma. The letter is a raw, unfiltered glimpse into the brothers' tortured childhood, a haunting testament to their pain and resilience. Erik's letter is not the only new evidence. Roy Rosello, a former member of the popular boy band Menudo, has come forward with shocking accusations. Rosello claims he was drugged and raped by Jose Menendez, the brother's father, when he was just a teenager. Rosello's accusations are not isolated. Other individuals have come forward with similar stories, alleging a pattern of abuse by Jose Menendez. These allegations paint a disturbing picture of a man who preyed on the vulnerable, using his power and wealth to silence his victims. Section 4. The Shifting Sands of Justice. The new evidence comes at a pivotal time. California has enacted new laws that offer greater protections for victims of abuse. These laws recognize the long-lasting impact of trauma on behavior. They allow for reduced sentences in cases where abuse can be proven to have influenced criminal actions. These legal changes have opened the door for the Menendez brothers to appeal their sentences. Their lawyers argue that the original trial failed to adequately consider the extenuating circumstances of their upbringing. They believe that under the new laws, the brothers deserve a chance at a reduced sentence. Section 5. A new generation demands justice. The Menendez brothers case has captivated a new generation. Social media is abuzz with discussions about the case, with many expressing sympathy for the brothers. Hashtags like #FreeTheMenendezBrothers and #JusticeForMenendez are gaining traction online. This newfound support is driven by a growing awareness of the complexities of abuse and its impact on victims. The younger generation, more attuned to mental health issues, is more likely to view the brothers through the lens of trauma and survival. Section 6. A Glimmer of Hope. The Menendez brothers' case is far from over. Despite the years that have passed, the fight for justice continues to evolve. The new evidence and the changing legal landscape have breathed new life into their fight for freedom. This evidence, previously overlooked or dismissed, now offers a fresh perspective on their situation. District Attorney George Gaskin has publicly stated that his office is reviewing the case in light of the new information. His commitment to justice has sparked renewed interest and hope. He has expressed a willingness to consider all legal options, including a retrial or a reduced sentence. This openness marks a significant shift in the legal approach to their case. The road ahead will be long and arduous. The legal system is complex and often slow to change, requiring patience and perseverance. The brothers face an uphill battle against a justice system that rarely admits its mistakes. Their journey is fraught with challenges and uncertainties, But for the first time in decades, there is a glimmer of hope. This newfound hope is a beacon for those who believe in their innocence. The truth, buried for so long, may finally have its day in court. The possibility of uncovering the full story brings a sense of anticipation and urgency. The Menendez brothers, once symbols of unspeakable violence, may yet find justice as victims of unimaginable abuse. Their story, long overshadowed by sensationalism, may finally be heard in its entirety.